I love barbecue.
Oh, yeah, and barbecue for breakfast rocks.
Oh, and brisket?
Now you're talking.
Little fat in there,
Hey, Renee.
a little marbling.
And some good sauce.
That's right.
Yeah.
Nobody minds having barbecue for breakfast, but of course we can have it for lunch, we can have it for dinner, and we can have it right here in downtown Chandler at West Alley Barbecue. And we're talking to Christian here, the owner. Christian, tell me a little bit about your restaurant.
Well, so we've been open for about a year now. We currently have Craig Kilgore, which is our head chef, and Jim Dandy, which is our pit boss. These guys do an amazing job. Some of the things that we use is almond wood, and we smoke for a very long time.
So tell me a little bit about the differences between different types of barbecue and what you guys do here.
Absolutely. Tennessee is a little bit different. We really don't pride ourselves on using majority rub. We like the smoke to do the talking. All the sauces in-house are vinegar-based sauce. Okay. So, and they are also made in-house by our pit boss, Jim Dandy. So we really pride ourselves on the fact that we want you to taste the meat first. That's the most important part.
Well, and here's the meat itself. So we're talking about a big brisket this morning. Good morning. What can you tell us about how do we prep this to make a good one at home?
Well, basically we just take our regular brisket and we'll trim the fat off. We want to leave some fat cap on so that moisture just melts right into the meat and helps break it down, makes it more tender. Okay. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to season it with some salt and pepper. That's all we do here is salt and pepper.
Salt and pepper, you're telling me that's the seasoning? That's
the seasoning because we cook over more direct heat. And we don't have a lot of rub on our meat because there's too much sugar in there. It caramelizes. It'll make that outer bark too hard to cut through. So we want people to taste the meat, taste the smoke, taste the little bit of seasoning, but the meat is the star of the show. And that's it. Salt and pepper, simplicity at its finest. And that is the best food is when it's simple.
Okay, so I noticed you didn't like rub it into the meat. It's just sprinkling it on. And then we got to get over to JD. JD, Jim Dandy, our pit master here. What goes on back here in these pits?
Smoking. That's all I'm doing is smoking.
Oh, look at that. Okay, this is barbecue right here. Look at all this meat.
This is Southern barbecue. This is the way they do it in the South down there.
Okay, so how long has this stuff been sitting here?
I just put that on. So ribs, I do my rib like 5 hours. My brisket gonna be like 14 hours. And my chicken, I can do that in like 5 hours. And my shoulders about 8 hours.
Wow. JD, these look amazing, but thankfully, with the magic of television, we don't have to wait 2 hours, 5 hours, 10 hours. Ta-da! Look at that.
So now we have our brisket. We have our brisket. We have our sliced brisket. We have our St. Louis ribs. We have our pulled pork. And it is all nice and juicy and tender, fresh off the smoker, courtesy of Jim Dandy.
So good. Look at
that, you guys. Okay, we're going to taste this. We've got a lot more ahead. Hey, there is a big Fat Tuesday celebration coming up. We're going to talk a little bit about the dishes that we're going to have for that. And I'm going to have breakfast. That's okay, right?
Absolutely. We
And
want
lunch.
everybody to eat.
Mimosas and meat.
Absolutely.
Mimosas, Bloody Marys, and some awesome barbecue.
Ooh, the new could be fun.
Yeah, mimosas and meat. It's a new segment we're doing. Mimosas and meat.
Mimosas and meat.
There we go.
Love it. I'm in.
Thank you, Renee.
How good does that look?